King, you actually scale into the Gnar on side lane. So you just beat him for the rest of the game once you finish Blade, and it's actually the point in between Blade, like just
We
before.
got TL
Early game,
versus
you're gonna beat
CLG.
Gnar. Around level 7, 8, 9 is when Gnar starts getting too many base stats, Mega Gnar gets too powerful.
Looking
Fight
like a TL
missed your
win,
Blade Ruin King,
hopefully.
right? You don't just have it. That's when you start losing. So I'd like to see Dokal play this lane very aggressive early game, then slow it down, then finish his Blade and take over the game in the side lane. And especially with Vi, mini Gnar is super squishy, kind of like a ranged champion. Actually, Core introduced me to QV to talk about some Gnar. I was very fortunate to have this experience last year because I wanted to try and pick him up and understand him. Ultimately didn't end up working out because I was better at other champions. But something that he mentioned is when Gnar is mini, you should treat him as a ranged champion. So like an AD carry. When you're Mega, you play him like your Ornn. I thought it was a very apt way to describe it.
And immediately,
I mean, that makes sense. He gets way tankier Mega form, and then he's squishy ranged.
I don't usually spoil things that players have told me about scrims, but since they're playing on stage already anyways, at the beginning of the year there was a scrim where Team Liquid played CLG, and it was Summit Gnar versus Dokla's Aurelia, and they just told me it ended with 22 kills Aurelia. So
22 kills.
I am that's why I'm so excited for this. I want to see the difference. We get to actually judge scrim data versus on stage data. Will they remain as volatile, as aggressive? And especially with the rest of the map in the state that
I will say there will be kills here. Summit, as you can see, he's not a player that concedes. He will hit you back. So
Box.
even though in this matchup you are not incentivized,
I fuck with Summit so hard. This is CL's like might be like my top 3 favorite teams to watch. Like not based on like how good they are or whatever, just like entertainment wise, because like this. I feel like this is definitely how we should be doing this. Like carry jungle, carry jungle. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, carry top, carry jungle, and Corejj on engages. Where TL might be on something like. He skipped all his bot side bumps. He just walked straight top lane. That's huge. Now we just need to crash his wave. You get a reset, and Summit's be chilling.
Smoked her. Yeah, we smoked her. We smoke her out, and means that she can dash away in time. Still takes a bunch of damage from Summit on the way out, and then a really nice snipe to finish off this gank. But really well played by Pyosha. Gets stunned anyway, but because he used the smoke screen, able to stop earlier from closing as much distance and getting away, and ends up dying to a nice snipe.
Yeah, and that might be an adaptation, thinking back to, we don't want a 22 kill game on our head, so let's gank the Aurelia early. It's a matchup that is volatile. But we talked about the rest of the map as well, and Vi ends up on bottom side here. There are plenty of wards, as you can see, in the river, though. Team Liquid had early vision, and so play it nicely, safely. They waste a decent amount of time there. Yeah. And Pyosik getting into enemy jungle after his successful gank on top side as well.
Quite scary though. I actually agree with him recalling here. I don't know if he realized he got spotted by the ward, but it's very good that he recalls here.
They're so good.
Back to a top side jungle with a recall advantage. Hasn't recalled after getting a successful gank. Decided to use his time. Collect the crab after the gank. Obviously,
that recall is huge.
If the enemy jungler doesn't gank, he's going to be farming creeps instead, and you're going to have to catch up on farming those creeps after ganking, which is why he has a delayed recall. But very good, very aware of him to recall there, because if he starts the golems,
Corejj,
that was bottom lane. Yon goes and he checks Tribush and he says, hey, we did see Vi come, but she's not here anymore. So probably recalled, you don't have enough time. And in the end, that is one.
This is not how this lane matchup's supposed to go, right? Didn't we see Vikla play this lane matchup?
From the Aurelia is super duper worth.
Very important. I will note that in this type of lane matchup, it actually doesn't, it's not detrimental for Aurelia. She can still leverage the fact that her early game is stronger and survive until, like I mentioned, that level 7, 8, 9 mark. It's not like the opposite, where if Aurelia gets a kill in this matchup, it's almost unbearable to lane for Gnar. So not quite blowing open the game just yet, but definitely a step in the right direction for Gnar, which does get outscaled in the side lane and does not want to be facing the Blade Ruin King Aurelia, at least until later in the game.
So one thing worth pointing out, Summit did go for the immediate level level 2 boots purchased thanks to the extra money that he had from the first blood. Means he's gonna have a
See.
massive speed advantage over Dokla, who only has the Vamp Scepter, no level 1 boots.
I could feel that being really
CLG
good too,
taking an
because
opportunity
I mean,
to
like,
go after the first
what
Drake of the game here. Very
what
early
item are you
first
really
Drake.
gonna get?
For 6 minutes, it's also a Hex Drake, useful for literally every champion in the game.
Like,
Attack
first.
speed, ability haste always feels good. And we'll see what Pioshik's up to on the
With
other
that
side
recall,
of the
like, you
map.
need way more money
Riftro has
to
responded,
actually have
so
like a
those
good
natural
back.
trades that we often
Building
see of
away.
Drake
Like,
from
he would
Herald
have just
are
came back with
level
like
right now.
a
Mega Gnar is
fucking
alive here.
sword or
Building a
something.
wave plus Mega Gnar, that is the recipe for a dive.
Plus Dokla
Yeah,
only
that's
level
up to
5. Only level 5.
Oh,
That
stop,
was
stop,
not
stop,
the way-
stop,
oh,
stop,
he
stop, stop,
just
stop,
whipped the
stop,
whole
stop,
damn
stop,
thing.
stop, 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 stop.
Not what you wanted to see.
I even heard pain from the crowd on that one.
Honestly, I'm
Yo,
kind of relieved
suck.
because I don't think they have enough damage because of earliest W. Like if she W's it before the Sun Connect, you actually don't have enough damage as the Gnar and Graves, and she'll start life stealing 1,000,000 health off the minion wave. So I'm actually kind of happy that they missed that. As much as, well, it would have been nice to chunk him at least. I'm worried that Aurelia would have had an angle to outplay them there had they pulled the tower aggro, because Graves and Gnar, early game, especially pre-6, Graves, his burst is good, but not
That's
great,
valid.
right? It really doesn't do that much damage.
So you think they avoided
And she just,
self-bait
I mean, she
there,
just queues
that,
all the
especially
minions
Graves
too.
would
Like,
have tower dives if a mobile champion like Aurelia is dodging around it, blocking your auto attacks and everything can get very, very frustrating.
oh snap,
Exactly,
Corejj.
and I don't necessarily think it was
17-9.
like a situation where they would get double kills. If she was 6, I'd be more worried. But she was 5, so as long as the mindset was chunk and get out, it was good enough. Yeah. I want to highlight, Palafox has been playing this zone really well. He actually pushed out the Azir in this matchup, which is something that generally is not supposed to happen.
That's
Azir
what I
is
was
supposed to
saying
push out
earlier,
the
like,
Akali,
how
but
the
in this
fuck?
case, Azir took the bad base, scared of getting killed by the Akali. Ranum basically by level 5 already.
And we got to see this matchup last game like Kobe was talking about, and we're already at the point
Plus,
where
I think
Akali
when
has
Corejj was
first, we were
there
talking
and
about.
Akali was
There
going
is that kill
around, he
pressure.
was supposed to.
Palafox
Ooh, good hook.
could
That's
go
not
for that, but down here in
nothing
bottom
much though.
lane,
Watch
it's
the re-engage.
Corejj
Okay.
getting the hook
Oh
on
my
the
god,
board.
she just
John
wasted it.
following it up
Okay,
with
the
a nice
junglers.
arrow, but
They don't
CLG
see the jungler.
completely
Oh,
fight this out 'cause they have backup.
they didn't see the
got
jungler. He
more
couldn't click the
men, and
lantern.
they get their first kill of the game.
It was actually until Vi arrived, it was really nicely spaced by Yon. You saw Yon slowing Annie and staying out of W range as Boom tried to get the double stun.
Yeah.
But Contracts comes, they get the kill. Good lane gank there from Contracts to come down during that volatile, trade that they were
Like
going
It's
Corejj.
actually really interesting they were kiting up towards the river as a nice high step. Love to see that. I always so enjoyable. Sorry, going off there. I love seeing pro players dodge like bare minimum dodges. Like little sidestep. That's enough. He didn't lose any time punishing the Aurelia for missing the skill shot there and dodged it incredibly well.
Oh my god, summits.
And look at the mini map. You've got a reset
Auto,
from Poom.
auto,
After the kill
auto.
on the bottom side, Annie coming out to help Vi.
Summit is gonna
Vi instantly
like
starts up the
pressure
Rift
your
Herald, and
ass,
Dokla
bro.
getting chunked on top
I want to see the
might
side
make
step because I
that
like
Rift
side
Herald
steps.
very, very risky.
This Rift Herald could be a problem, my friends.
Yeah, their top laner is 300 HP under tower, wave pushed in.
Hello.
But they do have the support roam early, and AD carry is coming, so
Whom has ultimate?
3k health on the Rift Herald. They might just be helping them.
Eyeballs exposed. This will be the last eyeball proc that happens. Rift Herald running out of patience now. Regenerates a little bit. Still at about 2,000 HP.
It was
CLG
mad. He got
is
super
good.
speeds,
One
bro.
more eyeball does actually open. Arrow from
Ooh.
across the map
Flash hook.
finds Palafox.
Nice.
Followed up the chain C.
Let's
C.
go. Corejj, okay, we push Mega back by lane, yes,
At
sir.
least something in return for this Herald. So one of the changes they made to jungle this season is the way patience
Nice
works.
hug,
If
nice
you're in
hug. Wait,
patience
can we look this
range,
chick? Huh? She's by herself?
monster will not fully reset.
Chase
You'll
that
walk
bitch,
back into the leash radius and then
Guess not, my
regain
bad.
patience when you stand there. So all this damage done by CLG and then the attempt to unleash, really, the Rift Herald from TL doesn't work anymore. So if you contest the Herald and you want to take it, you actually have enough manpower to stand on top of the Herald and regain its patience, which is exactly what CLG did, successfully getting the Herald, but then a nice cross map arrow there, securing a kill in return.
Yeah, so this is it was really just the Ash R, like, do back
Mid
up.
lane.
Oh, not quite cross map, but
Okay, yeah.
a solid arrow either way.
Right at the entrance to the river.
Oh.
Still a good shot.
Bullseye. And then you mentioned it, Flowers. The flash follow-up, poor JJ.
Pioshik burning the ultimate just to try and kill secure. I'm just throwing it. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but hey.
He's Graves. Got to get some money.
Yeah, Azir also wants some money. Thank you very much.
I just always appreciate that. It's something as a
Azir
Graves
is
player
really
myself,
not good.
it's like,
Yes.
I've come to the conclusion that using your ultimate for damage is usually how you want to do it, but saving it to steal kills.
Yes.
Definitely
How you
tempting,
losing the
definitely
lane,
tempting,
bro?
Feels very satisfying. Going for the Gore Drinker this game. He's going for the Bruiser Graves. Makes sense. There's a Kalista and a bunch of melee champions.
And out of mana
get
again.
all up in front of you, so a Gore Drinker will make sense for
I swear to God, Vikla
does enjoy dashing
did not
forward.
have that problem. Paulo Fox against what's his name? Who do you think's gonna win?
Transitioning off
Hey,
of
what's his name?
topside Riftfield immediately into another dragon to keep stacking.
Paid in McChicken. It's
Does
time to
look
break out
like,
the McChicken.
Pioshik is
All right.
hovering bottom. Maybe he's going for a wrap gank after dragon. He's gonna hide in there for some defensive Team Liquid play.
CLG not going to go after TL. They recognize, like, okay, these guys are staying a little bit far forward. Maybe they go for it now. Maybe they go for it now. Pooms after him, looking for the stun, finds it. Contracts goes in. Jan's going to be your target. He gets to safety by Corejj. Team Liquid still disengaging it. The box is dropped. None of the walls
This is so sad. What the
Tibbers
fuck
losing
happened,
a lot of
bro?
HP here, might just get killed off.
That's not what was supposed to happen.
So that means TL walks away from it. A couple of resources.
Corejj
on both
is
sides.
Very scary, honestly.
saving his team
However,
for
there is
sure,
this
yeah.
mechanic where experienced
Respect.
bot lanes with Thresh will abuse this fact. If Lantern gets dropped and you click on it, even during CC, you will take the Lantern as soon as the CC ends.
Well,
Nice little chunk there by Summit. So the way that works is if you put the input in, so if you click on the Lantern and then don't make any other inputs, it will take the Lantern first thing. There used to be this interaction where you would Zhonya's and then do that, and then you could throw the Lantern, Zhonya's, you press it, 2.5 seconds later, you're still going to take it regardless of what happens. So if you don't have anything that interrupts the dash from the Lantern, it will go through safely, which is exactly what happened there. Bai's ultimate did not interrupt the Lantern, unfortunately, which was obviously it was already used. Didn't get to use the Q, and Jan scoots away to safety.
Yeah, he gets out, and we have now hit the point. Whippo, you were talking about it earlier. Dokla has Blade of the Ruined King completed. Irelia is now in the driver's seat of this matchup for the rest of the game.
It should be, okay? He already died once, so I'm not going to say that he might not die again. But from this point onwards in the side lane, assuming that Irelia initiates on mini Gnar, even when Gnar goes Mega, he doesn't have enough damage because what she does is, if you play it well, you W all the burst damage from Mega Gnar and win anyway.
Okay. And he's calling the jungle. This is a top lane strategy, Flowers, that I think has the highest success rate.
Better
call your
wins.
jungle, especially if your jungle is a Vi with ult. So that's how, oh, okay. They're not gonna actually get a gank out of it. Just drop the Rift Herald. Still has ulti though.
Well, it is a flashless Gnar, so honestly, Summit's kind of been known to contest these situations and end up getting himself killed. So hopefully he won't do that. As the TL fan in me wants to not see that happen. Just being honest with you, he is very cocky as a player, which is something that can be very endearing, but obviously it has to be successful. And that's kind of where all the criticism for Summit has been coming, is where in spring, last year when he was playing on C9, he was incredibly aggressive, constantly contesting people, and it was working out. As you can see, I really
yo, he is wet. That nigga is wet. He is not scared. Get the look at. Beat his ass. Okay, but be careful, be careful. Oh, okay. You might want to leave now. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Block it, and here's that dive you were talking about. Guess what?
Honestly, beautifully played by Dokla. Something to mention there is he burns the flash, burns the ultimate, ult to put.
Hold on, boys. We got another fight down here in bottom lane. It's Jan under pressure as Luger and Poom are looking for it, but when Pioshik shows up,
he missed the hook.
Way back underneath the turret to stay safe.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he just comes back top. It's hard. I guess you have to. You can't play like in the moment. You have to play for the lane. And dude just came and dove him.
Honestly, I really want to highlight that play by Dokla. So a little bit of foresight necessary there to see that, but he uses his ult, uses his flash, knowing that Summon has no flash. So if Summon uses all his defensive tools, his jump, his ultimate, in order to try and set up a solo,
he played it well
what's happening
too.
Is you have none of that to survive the Vi ultimate that's going to come after tower diving. So it doesn't look like he's going to kill Gnar. Absolutely correct. He absolutely cannot.
That's her flash.
However, on the wraparound now, with no cooldowns on the Gnar, wall up used, Gnar used, nothing left in order to survive his tower dive, and just really well set up. And
that's annoying.
Pretty easy kill, plus first tower for Irelia, which is a lot of influx of gold for our CLG top laner.
Top of the charts right now.
Damn.
CLG as a whole up 2,000 gold and 2 Drakes over TL 15 minutes into the game.
It is not good.
Absolutely going their way.
As I said, best top lane strategy, Call jungle.
Okay.
Jungle wins it. Jungle is at the top of the goal chart.
I approve. In fact, I will say I made a career of the opposite. I said, don't come, go bot lane instead. Tends to work quite well too.
Yeah, we're just thinking about the 1v1.
A lot of bot laners will vouch for that. Going bot lane's pretty OP.
Alrighty.
Might just be jungle being OP. I feel like mid laners complain about when they show up mid lane too. So I don't know. Jungle's OP?
The world may never know.
I think they're aware. I think some people, yeah. I played it. I can say I felt pretty OP.
Okay.
It was really nice.
We have the experience of a man who's done both before, as CLG are going for the second Rift Herald of the game. Remember, the first one was used top to grab 2 plates for Dokla, as well as provide enough damage to knock down that first turret of the game. They're going to grab this second one now. We'll see where they want to use that. Of course, this does open up an opportunity for Team Liquid to grab their first Drake, stop CLG's Drake stacking potential win condition there, and it looks like Pioshik and Gnar are going to go ahead and go forward with that, as Summit applies pressure to the bottom lane tier 1.
Yeah, honestly, I think Team Liquid can be pretty happy to get the dragon here at least and stop that, but it does mean you're giving up in trade for it. Rift Herald number 2, which completely one-shots this side turret, and those things are worth a lot of gold, especially the 2 side ones here, 500 extra local, in addition to the global gold for them. So that's even more money specifically funneled to this Aurelia, to this CLG setup of possible side lane dominance.
Really well done by CLG. One thing to note is I actually really like that Palafox walked back in as the Gnar gets thrown, gets the cleanse. I really like that he walked back in. He called bluff. So he walked in to a side where there's 4 TL members and he's alone. But the thing is, TL's champions... Oh, little scuffle.
Yeah, boom. He's fine. The shield ends up blocking a lot of the damage. He's able to get away from some of Pioshik's burst, and then Pioshik also has the disengage in the form of Corejj. So both sides having enough backup.
Oh, good dodge.
Fully commit, but now they're ready to go on Luger. Remember, he doesn't have the cleanse. He had to use it on the arrow earlier, so there's no way for him to get out of this. 1v3, you're not getting out.
I didn't even see that. Well played. I was saying Harry's like sleeper and shit. I didn't even see that angle. I was watching Corejj. What happened? Shut up. I mean, like, he got caught out like nothing. Like, he ain't have flash. They just said, yo, come here.
As a black cleaver first on Graves, interesting stuff, but it makes sense, right? You buy the cleaver first, and then you go into the gore drinker, as you're going to end up buying both items anyway. You get the one with more damage earlier on. Not bad.
All right.
Summit, please, Summit. Please don't die here. Summit. Summit, please.
And they're calling multiple members down to Dokla again.
Oh my. Oh my god. You have a control ward, bro. Ward something, man. If you want to fight so badly, like, prep, man.
Earlier with Summit, where it's like he's really playing on the edge there. He's like he's a fraction of a second off going mega there. Yeah.
I mean, he's not turning it, but
straight into the tower and maybe out playing a 1v3 situation, but unfortunately,
I mean, you're probably getting 1-for-1 at
not in his
most.
favor,
But
and ends up getting killed there pretty swiftly, and he lost his flash, so that's really unfortunate because next file pretty much
like, he's not even thinking about the rest of the team. You can tell, like, from his positioning. Okay. We need to get some. Can we kill? Nice. Thank you. Thank you. We needed that. Nice. Yo, anybody want to stay bot? They die. Nope. Kill me. What are we doing? Yeah, we can kill him. We can
put a stop to it and to get the flash. So
we got Ash Arson. Nope.
Psycho, I think is the way you put it.
I did say psycho, yeah.
It is as Pioshik.
So the interesting thing is
don't flash. I don't think you need a flash. That's his flash. Nice. His flash just came up.
Very nice aggressive play, getting a pretty important summoner spot, honestly. Kallista's flash is still pretty meaningful in these fights, especially.
Be careful, Gango.
Most of the time, with so many melee champions on the side of CLG, Kallista's just going to fly in there as well.
He does not give a fuck. Just dash over the wall.
Sidesteps and key spells like Emperor's Divide or the Gnar ultimate when you are jumping in, following up on all these, like I aptly named, psycho champions flying in there, will be interesting to see. What's really interesting, no flashes on both side laners of TL, and we have Aurelia and Akali, kind of the queens of side laning in competitive play, I feel like. Yeah. Whenever you see these Camille, Aurelia type top laners, Fiora, and then you have like Akali usually in the mid lane, sometimes Silas, they really look for those solo kills in the side lane, and without flash, maybe possible to find a kill angle here.
Yeah, that's the reason that they made the choice. Where a lot of people may be thinking, why'd they give up Dragon number 3? They were so close to stacking them in favor of getting Rift Herald and more side lane pressure to be able to try and play into these win cons here. But bottom side, looks like the full wave was cleared out and gonna get the recall off there for Harry. So Team Liquid stabilizing and pushing back out.
The important thing about stabilizing here and keeping this gold lead only 2,000 apart is right now, everybody's still on their one completed item power spikes for both sides. So CLG hasn't built enough of a lead to have that second item done. You can see all the pieces in Dokla's inventory. He's closing in on having that done very soon. And that's something that Team Liquid's going to be cognizant of, because as the clock goes forward another minute or two and CLG get these items online first, CL's going to need to pick and choose their battles to avoid the consequences of that. One of those battles coming up here in about 30 seconds. The fourth Drake of the game will be spawning. Pioshik's going to go ahead and set up position down here in the bottom side river. Contracts is over the wall. Pioshik's going to see the red outline of him there.
Curious as to what the anti-healing is doing in Harry's pocket. Now, I'm actually an anti-healer believer because it gives you 35 AP, and a lot of people forget that 35 AP for 800 gold is pretty much 100% gold effective, so you get anti-healing for free. But yeah, not much healing to be done really on the side of CLG in my opinion. So unless Radiant Virtue heals that much, which I believe it doesn't.
And now we've got a nice arrow coming out from Yon, the counterattack on CLG as they went for a play on him. But Kalista again, Luger's ulti so good at being able to keep Poom out of danger, but now it's not available here for this potential upcoming Drake fight. It was an Ashe arrow traded away for a Kalista ult. Two pretty important tools for both sides, but we'll see how they decide to play around it afterwards. The Drake is spawned. You can see contracts.
Yeah, I think TL's comeback next year is going to be crazy.
But it's only going to last a few seconds longer.
We almost have a crazy team.
They're going to move for the Drake. Pioshik and the rest of Team Liquid ready to contest. Dokla arriving on the flank. CLG go in for the fight. The Drake is still at 6,000. It's no danger of being bursted down.
Oh, two-man. The fight split up really bad. Can we group up again? Nice. Okay. They're trying to take the dragon. Can Thresh make a play? Flash hook. Nice. Gnar, get in there. Don't fuck it up. Smack. Ah, he missed. Okay. Yo, no. This can't be happening. Oh my god. It's actually so tough.
Putting them on his back.
That's so crazy.
They are so confident in him on this pick. It is such an individual pick. You know, not that many LCS top laners will play it on stage.
That's so crazy.
But he makes it happen in the dragon fight, and that will be Baron on top of it. So many rewards for that outplay.
They go for the Baron here, so before we review the last game, we're gonna have to see if they can actually get this and get out, because someone is TPing in with Mega. All flash is practically burned from the last fight.
The dry shit's already gone. Okay, can we stop him? I mean, he's just... She's just gonna jump over. Yo, sub it. Hey.
They collect the Baron, and they do it all without anybody getting picked off on the end of the play.
Oof. That's all I'm gonna say about that one as a PL fan. Oof.
All right, do our Dokla Pro view here, Pueblo.
Yeah. Actually, I think so. All the chaos in the fight is beautiful. The flash taper is actually perfect to create chaos. The bile goes on the graves. Meanwhile,
I'm watching Dokla, bro.
Really is 1v3ing, fighting multiple people. Yon on the side here, and then the fight looks one for TL. Pay attention to what Summit's doing and what Dokla's doing. Summit assumes that Dokla's not going to be able to win this 1v3, so he's going forward into the opposing backline, ignores the Aurelia. However, Dokla has other things to say, gets into the backline, and starts just shredding down people.
No.
Honestly, really close fight. That was one or two auto attacks off being a wipe for TL or a wipe for CLG, which in this case... Loves to see it.
Nah, his face reaction was hella funny. Yeah, his reaction is hella funny. No, someone's just running it. This nigga sucks.
Contract's looking for an opportunity to maybe collapse. Corejj should have an escape route for Pioshik if he gets in any trouble, but the CLG lead is only gonna get bigger. This first turret is about to get knocked down. They're already at a 5,000 gold lead, and now why not make it 6? Turrets falling mid, turrets falling bottom.
Yon is so Jan. Yo. So Annie flashed hard and then he kited upwards. Is that what I'm? Is that what it is? Nice. Yo, Corejj, he needs a better support. No cap. So this is what I'm saying. TL next year they're having a huge comeback. They have a world champion. They have another world champion. They have Summit. It's not that great, but he's all right. Then they just need to get a mid and a mid and a good ADC, and they will finally start winning. They need a cracked ADC. Cracked Korean Viper. They need Viper. Pick a Viper. Cracked ADC. And they're good. Pick a Viper. Loki, Harry is not. He's mad sleeper. I feel like you could Loki pick up Jensen for free.
Yes, sir.
That's when they got released and reworked. Sorry, they were released before they got reworked.
Yeah, good millionaire.
Well,
I don't know who's a good. Is he good?
I would say of mechanical prowess, and
he's on the team out there. No, he's not even on the team. I don't even know.
Numbered fights right there, 1v2, fights to the death, and says, you know what? Calls him out on it. I win these. Takes the 2v1 kill, masterfully played by Palafox, and obviously in the 1v3 earlier, Dokkalig managed to turn around a team fight and win. So, really lovely stuff to see. This is the scariest thing about playing these champions on stage. You mentioned a lot of people scrim with them, but on stage, as the R comes out.
Forcing the cleanse out of Lugaris. Here he goes in. Ends up shuffling everybody else back. Contract stuck in the middle. Has to flash to make room for the Vault Breaker to disengage. Again, it's CLG without Dokla, so they got to be careful here. Lugar and Poom still off to the side. Summit looking to chase him out. Contracts being kept out of the fight again by Pioshik. And Team Liquid finds a way to force 5 people to go in and grab the turret.
Good. Nice. Cool.
Disengage, playing him back. But Dokla's ready to enter. All they're trying to do is keep Team Liquid around.
Core is so good. Get off of my. Get off of ADC. Get off of ADC. Bro, they do not deserve Core.
CLG find 2 more.
Honestly, masterfully played by Core. I think if Core didn't like interrupt Akali's ultimate, predicts the flash from Dokla, the flash ult from Dokla, hooks him on it, flays him out of the queue.
Yo, Core, bro, TL doesn't deserve Core. This whole game he's been playing so good. But we have a useless ADC and then useless mid laner. I mean, Summit be griefing too, bro. Like, he be griefing. He just doesn't set up enough for himself. Like, or you gotta. Like, did you have a pink? I thought I saw him at a pink ward. Just put that shit down, and then you see niggas and then back up, bro. Like, come on, what you doing? This man's trolling. Man doesn't want to win. Like, you want to play aggro, so give yourself some vision so you can play aggro. Like,
I mean, that was a huge win for CLG.
What the fuck?
My eyes are just glued to the
Or someone to
mini-map.
help him,
Everybody's
man.
looking at
Like,
Dokla. Everybody in the game is tracking how soon until Aurelia arrives, basically.
he is running it though. Like, that nigga dies side lane every game. Like, that is something you can definitely guarantee will happen. My ass is so behind, bro.
They get 2 towers,
fucking
plus
useless.
the Dragon Soul out of it, in addition to the 2 kills. And so they are in one of the
just
strongest
so tough.
positions that we have seen CLG this whole year.
I wanted to highlight Contractor's Vi play this game. I actually think it's very hard to play a hard engaged, committing champion like Vi and not die a single time while still picking fights. Because he's been the main engage the majority of the game. Spoon gets caught, warding all out.
Nice.
No
Get his ass. Nice. Oh, not on Summit though. We don't want him to get
He
killed.
was close on screen, almost in range there towards the end, but not quite enough. And so Team Liquid do get a nice little free.
He didn't have flash or something?
Even though you're this far ahead, you have to take that extra couple seconds to allow your Kalista to be at least close enough for you to get that vision.
Absolutely. Coach is going for a more damage option. So usually when you see the Bruiser Grave, they go.
Alright, guys,
Warden
focus
Cleaver
up.
is the damage option.
Let's
They
go,
like,
TO.
Radius.
Let's go,
As
TO.
the Baron gets started up. Gonna see, I actually think they're going to commit to this Baron. They feel the pressure to make something happen to turn this game around.
Contracts could potentially steal. Palafox coming in on the flank. Dokla has teleported. Team Liquid has a 5v4, but they gotta be careful. Contract's already ready to engage, and Team Liquid has to fall back. Summit's ready to transform, but into the back line goes...
Oh, Summit! That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Get that Baron. I was watching him. I saw that I was watching. You have to watch Summit, bro. You have to watch Summit. This team is Summit, Corejj, and powerspikes, bro. This is that team. He matched the TP, had Gnar almost there, saved his R. He missed his R. Turn this. Can we get a hook? Oh, no. Okay, just try to do Baron, guys. Just try to do Baron. Finish Baron. Here's your Baron. Here's your Baron. Oh, no. It's bad. Where's my team? He's gonna die. Unless... like, my team is just not trying to fight. Oh. No. It's over. Bro, my carries are so useless, man.
Oh my god! CLG 3 members! They steal the Baron, they clean the team fight, and they wipe the TL base!
Man, oh.
You can tell, because I know you've been there too, as a jungler, you just get smite stolen against. You know, powerspikes was enraged, so he chased them into the enemy jungle.
Bro.
I felt like he was just mad.
Yeah, you're just pissed.
We're 3v5. Why is this guy in the pit next to me?
How do you dare you do this on stage?
Our Nexus. Oh. Summit versus everybody on CLG.
It's over, like...
Fox just cuts him down. CLG, they only have a few seconds left before the respawns start coming in, so they want to finish this game off pretty quick. Corejj is the only man standing, throws out the box. Contracts and Poom and Luger trying to put some more DPS into the Nexus. Yes,
it's fucking over, man.
The fountain laser, but it's CLG.
Oh my god.
Honestly, as a TL fan, that was depressing to watch. However, I will give credit where credit is due, and I do think, like I mentioned, actually, I think Contracts played a phenomenal game. He was, where he needed to be, engaging the fights when he needed to, never died in this game. Even though he was usually the first guy to go in.
This was such a trash game. I hate this game so much. This should not have happened. Oh my god. I mean, Summit griefed. But we don't have a fucking mid laner or ADC, man. Okay, he got a pick. In team fights, what are you doing? At the Baron call, no one's hitting Baron other than my fucking jungler. Why is only my jungler hitting Baron? My ADC is trying to kill the full HP fucking Vi. You're not killing Vi. Just hit the Baron. What are you doing? Like, these niggas are so useless. And then, these niggas are just useless, bro. Get off my screen, man. I can't.